I'm seeing all this news breaking about Sniperwolf and how she doxed jacksfilms on Instagram and things of that nature. I'm not going to share any. It's out there. I don't encourage you even to look at it. But she doxed him and essentially came up to a place where where he lived with his wife and wanted to have a conversation about the issues that Jack has had with Sniperwolf. Now, I'll admit this. I don't understand why people are so surprised of her being a fucking scumbag. I'm going to be very clear with that. Because she has had a history, a long history of either ripping off other content creators or just falsifying her own content. Hell, I remember when I used to make Call of Duty videos, everybody in the scene knew she didn't play the damn game. She would just get someone else to record it and she would do fake reactions and then act like she's playing. That is what she has built her brand off of a foundation of lies. So are you really surprised that she's this massive scumbag to dox somebody? I guess that's the peculiar thing for me, kind of knowing where she came from when she was very small into what she's become now, which, I mean, hats off to her. She rigged the system and she's got millions and millions of fans, millions of followers that have the attention span of a goldfish, but hey, success, she's successful. Far more successful than me in this space, and I'm not even afraid to say that. But it's just, I don't know how jacksfilms is even surprised that this is what would happen. Am I excusing the behavior? Absolutely not. But my personal take, I mean, this is how I think jacksfilms should have answered the door.
When I lay my vengeance upon thee.
If you are fine with stealing content and ripping off other creators and just being a general scumbag that Sniperwolf is, online or even some of her off-air behavior, allegedly, because I don't feel like dealing with a lawsuit, does it really surprise you she would go to this depths? It's not excusable. I'm not excusing it in any way, shape, or form, but the person that you're dealing with isn't a good person. So, I mean, I'm going to expect underhanded tactics. I mean, what did she think was going to happen? Do you think they were going to just, have a root beer together, sing Kumbaya by the fucking fire, and, figure this stuff out? No. She just wanted to do this as a power play to scare Jack. Now, should anyone really be afraid of Sniperwolf? No, but when you dox somebody, there are unhinged individuals on the internet that have that fan base that look at them as a godlike deity, right? Yeah, they'll kind of do some unhinged and kind of crazy things, so I can understand the concern in that regard. But should she be deplatformed? Yeah, if you're gonna put someone else in danger, expose their personal information because they have a fair criticism about your work and your lack of crediting the proper content creators you steal your content from, yeah, they shouldn't be on the platform. But I would argue, we've said this for years and years and years. She would steal even other people's gameplays back in the day. There was a whole controversy about that. Or just pay somebody. Like, she's just a fake person. And YouTube just looks at it. It's like, well, that's a ton of views. That's a ton of profit. And that's all they care about. They don't care about if it's affecting other creators. And, some of the draggers, well, those people that she's reacting to, they probably get a ton of views after her reaction. No, that's not the case. And jacksfilms has a really good video on that, far more detailed than ever I could even go into. But I mean, I do think it's amusing in a sense that a person that is completely fake from the origin of their YouTube channel is now, being exposed for the person that they are. And hopefully jacksfilms is fine. Hopefully nothing comes of it. But if you are getting critiqued on the internet, you're getting insulted even. I would even say this. Even if jacksfilms was harassing, regarding online and just saying her content was shit, which he wasn't. He was just properly crediting the creators. There's different levels to it. Because when you take it from online to in person, you don't know how that reaction can be met. You don't know how that energy that you're putting out could be met with. Because jacksfilms seems like a very, very nice guy. But if she went to the wrong person, I'm just saying it, someone goes to your place, trespassing, and let's say it got to a certain level, she put her life in her own hands at that point. And I think that's why you got to be very precautious of how you interact with people online. Just treat each other with kindness. I mean, you know, hey, if you have criticisms, and even if someone talks shit about you, just realize it's the internet. Who really gives a fuck? Really. There's no point of getting it to that level. But yeah, she shouldn't be on the platform. But I've argued she shouldn't have been on the platform for a long time now. I'd like to know your thoughts on the situation. What did you think of the jacksfilms SSSniperwolf situation? And if you could dox anybody in the world, who would it be? I've got the balls. See you in the next one. Fucking wild world we live in.